Hey there and welcome to the SA Sports Show. My name's Rob Popplestone. We've got a great program focusing in on South Australian sport. We'll catch up with the Adelaide Football Club women's captain in Courtney Cramey. Exciting times ahead for women's football, no question about that. Exciting times ahead also for the Adelaide 36ers. Jerome Randall back on board, and he's just one of a handful of really quality players. It looks like this could be the Sixers season. Ken Eustace, one of the greats in SANFL football, one of the greats in Australian football. Part 2 happens today. We'll have a look at swimming and all sorts of other South Australian sports. Joining me is the big man, Craig Woolman. Hey, Craig, how you doing?
Good, mate. Sounds like a really, really good show coming up. Really saw part 1 of Ken Eustace's interview. Mate, he was an icon.
There's nothing better than listening to the stories and reflections of some of the great names.
Well, exactly right, because you and I both saw him as a young person coming through the system, etc. He was terrific.
Yeah, no, can't wait to hear from Ken. It should be a terrific show. Let's have a look at local sport now with Britt. Hey, Britt, how you doing?
Yes, thank you, Poppy. I'm feeling very well, thank you. And this week is looking good as well. In local Aussie rules, the Henley Sharks veteran, Darren Kite, played his 400th game for the club against Port District over the weekend in the C1 division. Kite originally thought he had passed the milestone a few years ago, but was told otherwise in the lead up to his 400th match on Saturday. The 44-year-old joined the Henley's under-18 side in 1989, with his strong passion for the game keeping him involved. And in AFL news, the Adelaide Crows have secured a much-needed percentage boost after Sunday's 82-point thumping of Essendon. Essendon won most of the clearances in the first quarter, but Adelaide outmatched the Bombers in skill level. Despite the win though, Adelaide also suffered a tough blow in the form of valuable ruckman Sam Jacobs. He sustained an ankle injury early in the second quarter. The Crows now sit in 5th place on the ladder with finals right around the corner. And in women's AFL, the drafted Adelaide Crows forward Chelsea Randell is one of the 16 marquee players named by the AFL's Women League in its inaugural season in 2017. The 25-year-old will be paid $25,000 and her relocation costs will be covered by the club. Randell will move to Adelaide from her home state of Western Australia to start her contract with the Crows for the upcoming Women's League season. And in Bowls news, Bowls SA has opted for an expansion of the Australian Premier League into New Zealand. They have hopes of increasing Adelaide's chances of hosting a Premier League match in the near future. The 4-day event is now heading into its 4th year and has been held in Queensland each year since its inaugural season in 2013. In light of last week's announcement by Bowls Australia to host the tournament concurrently in New Zealand, as well as in Queensland as of 2017, the plans to expand the Premier League has the Bowls SA governing body wanting a piece of the action played in Adelaide. The Adelaide Endurance has come in 2nd place each of the past 3 league seasons, a consistently strong display by the Endurance, and the squad for this year's tournament is no exception. Returning to the Endurance side for a 4th time is experienced Grange bowler Wayne Ruger. Ruger is joined in the Endurance lineup by Salisbury bowler Brianna Dixon, who is the first female to represent SA in the Premier League. Bowls SA Chief Executive Mark Easton is confident Adelaide Endurance has the experience and the talent to become the 2016 Premier League victors. Certainly sounds like it there, Poppy. And back to you.
Good on you, Britt. Great stuff. Great roundup of South Australian sport as we get from that lovely lady every single week on the SA Sports Show. We go from lovely lady to Craig Woolman. Hey, Craig, how you doing?
Oh, mate, thank you for that.
Hey, listen,
I did have the trim, and did you notice? New shirt.
Yeah, new shirt. Great sponsors too, which is fantastic. Thanks for having them on board. Really good sponsors. Hey, listen, we're going to focus in on Southern Football League shortly, but there's a lot happening in the AFL as well. Crows and Port Adelaide. It's not so much now whether you win. For the Crows, it's what you win by.
Well, again, and very similar in the Southern Football League at the moment, mate, because, as we said, a lot of sides still battling to get into the top 8.
Yeah, it should be good. Really looking forward to talking about the Southern Football League. We'll be doing that straight after the break. You're watching the SA Sports Show.